Hello, this is wmpyr. I was asked about pretty much going from sticks to knives, and the person was having difficulty with it, so I'm here to help. Okay, so the first things first is with the sticks, we're talking about two types of techniques, the angles of attack and arm weaving. So the angles of attack, pretty much like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stab, and then you can switch 1, 2, 3, and you can switch back and forth from right hand to left hand if you have a weapon in both hands. If you don't, you could just work on just the one side. So if I only have a weapon in the right hand, I could just go like this. I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, and then boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I'm just using one arm. Okay, so next is arm waving. So with arm waving, it's both arms now together. So as you can see, both arms are now involved, and it's rapid fire. Okay, so with the angles of attack, even though I have two weapons, I'm still going boom, 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 and then I switch, boom, 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 and then boom, boom, boom. You can still see it's one arm, then the next arm, the other arm, back to the other arm. You see, so you can still see that. With arm waving, like I said, it's both arms, they just go. Okay, so that's the main difference. Now, we're gonna go to the knife. When you go to the knife, you gotta make sure that you get a training knife like this, okay? It's super worth it. Make sure you invest in a training knife, and don't go to stick to real knife, okay? Real knife comes after at least a minimum of 6 months of training under an instructor, in my opinion. That's at the quickest, is 6 months, all right? So I don't recommend going from sticks to knives right away. You have to earn it. And first, you got to get through the training knife. That's the way that I see it. And when you earn it, man, it's so much more satisfying, okay? So that's the way that I recommend. Now, same idea, okay? So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, right here. And then I can switch. Bah, 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 bah. Switch, boom, boom. So that's the angles of attack. Next is arm waving. So arm waving is, okay. So the first thing that I noticed going from sticks to knives is that because the knives are shorter, I got to be closer. And my motions are now more compact, okay? So with the stick, I could be more out here, boom, 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 okay? With a knife, like I said, I'm closer and my motions are smaller now, okay? So that's the first difference. And what I recommend in the very beginning is when you go from stick to knife is make sure that you know the motion, the angles of attack, or the heaven six or arm waving. Make sure that it's in muscle memory, okay? You want it down to where you could do it while talking to somebody. You could do it in your sleep, okay? That it's already inside your system, okay? If you have to think about it, if you have to concentrate, then you're definitely not ready, okay? So make sure that this is supernatural for you, okay? Boom, 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 boom. The next thing after that, so once you put in a ton of repetition and it's like totally in your system, then the next step is now you can start focusing on edge right here, boom, where you cut, 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 bam, 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 or tip right here. So if you're going to be cutting here, those are all with the point, and then you decide to go to cut, you could control that. Okay, so now you could actually focus understand where the edge, the blade, are you carving, or are you sticking it to them, or are you actually cutting this way, or you're going further in, or you're pulling as you slash. So then that's the next part of the training. Okay, so that's to me level 2. Level 3 is actually has to do with safety, but level 3 is where you, in level 1, memorize the motion. It's body mechanics. Level 2 is now you're focusing on the edge and the point. You're focusing on the actual weapon itself, right? Level 3 is you ignore the weapon, okay? You actually ignore the weapon, and I'm fighting. So I'm not thinking, oh, there's a knife in my hand, I'm gonna use the knife. No, I'm fighting. Boom, boom, boom. I'm fighting this guy. I don't care if I have a knife in my hand or if I don't have a knife in my hand. I don't care. I am fighting this guy, period. So that's the idea. Right here, if you guys can see my hand, I hit it like this, okay? I didn't even hit the blade, and that's okay. So and then I could use the knife. But once again, the idea here is I am fighting, all right? But in order to fight, that means I'm so comfortable with a knife that I can ignore it, right? And the only way you could do that is not because, oh, I've been doing the knife stuff for so long so I could ignore it. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's about safety. How safe are you with the knife? So here, boom, 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 boom. I know if I keep the blade on the top side like this is going to be safer for me than bringing it down here. And if I do bring it down here, and there may not be as much space, or maybe there is if we're both more in a clinch like this. So I can feel that and know, okay, so right here, if I pull the blade through, I may not get through. I may compromise my grip, or then I have to change the angle. See, and if I do change my angle and I go low, then I might cut my own leg. So I know you have to know that, okay? And then same with up here. It's safer up here, boom, 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 boom. But if I don't know to put my forearms together, I could cut myself here. And I don't want to be cutting my own hands. I don't want to. Some knives have stuff back here. I don't want that glass breaker to be shredding up my knuckles, my fingers. So, but if I keep forearm to forearm, I'm safe. So I understand the safety there. If you understand the safety, then you could more ignore the knife and just fight. Okay, and then the knife is a bonus. That's how I treat it, okay? So I hope those 3 levels kind of help. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.